Chevy. I want a Ferrari in yellow, just so I can match all my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got more bars than a penitentiary. I got a that hangs several inches.
I can make it bounce by myself. 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 I can make it bounce by myself.
All right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football's a simple game, but you keep making these silly mistakes, we're not gonna win. So let's get out there and let's have a good practice, huh?
Get ready! Wide 18! Wide 18! Get ready! Blue 58! Hey!
fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season. We can do better.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95. Hey. Let's go, let's go. Wide 18. Wide 18. Hey. Here we go. Wide 18. Wide 18. Hey. Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Hey.
Hey, man, come over here. We need to talk. Now, look, that was not a good practice. I don't know what's going on with you, but that's not going to get it done. You come back stronger
Here we
tomorrow,
go.
okay?
Blue 58. Blue 58. Hey. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Wide 18. Hey. All right now. Blue 58. Blue 58. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Blue 95.
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team.
Here we go.
If we want to
Blue
get there,
58.
we got to raise our
Blue
game.
58.
Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season.
Let's go. Let's go. Blue 95. Hey. All right now. Wide 18. Wide 18. Hey. All right now. Blue 95. Blue. Hey. All right now. Wide 18. Wide 18. All right now. Blue 95.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential
Wide
yet.
18.
Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can...
Here we go. Blue 58. Get ready. Blue 95. Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58. Hey. Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95. Hey. Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Hey.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it? I can't wait to see what you...
this aching pain when you're away, like a burning ship that sets the sails to you. Fingertips, press my lips, make me sing that holy song the way you do. Holy Ghost inside, let it loose and lay it on. Only one that can save me now is you. Oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now, healing. Oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now. Oh, I need it. Oh, I need
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95. Mirror.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All right, now. Wide 18. Wide 18.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, jumping over. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
So third down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to... Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And with that... Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Ooh, the juke. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man, can anyone get him?
What a move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A second juke. And he'll be taken. Down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, that was a great example of what we've been told from the time we first put on pads as little guys in the backyard. Effort will be rewarded if you keep giving it. And how about that run? Broke through a couple of tackles, refused to go down, legs churning. I like what I saw there.
A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So we look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to some air conditioning.
I bet you are.
Get ready. Blue 50. Mirror.
And now here's a carry heading left. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. And always Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kissed it on the ground.
Get ready.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he shifts past him. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Get ready. Blue 58.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some room to work. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Cards are going to have a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, look at the juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So we come upon halftime with our score 4. Okay. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now a handoff as they run left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
And they'll go on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Mirror.
And now here's a carry heading left. Fighting through. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Into the fourth quarter now, the offense has got to feel like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge, similar to a great hitter. Seeing a ball come into the plate and he's in the zone, the ball looks like a beach ball to him. He's just smacking it over the wall. Now what you're seeing is a runner whose eyes are wide open, and he's envisioning a goal line.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go with a ground attack here. They juked him. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, what a move. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Any team that runs the toss, that runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
4 down. Get ready. Blue 95.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We saw in 2015, Mark Barron really emerge in the NFL.
Yeah, as a defensive back, 16 tackles for a loss. But now, how about where he's at now?
Yeah, truthfully, he's no longer a defensive back. He's really an outside linebacker, but he doesn't want to hear that. So his coach tells him, you're a defensive back. Just play over here. That's all.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A beautiful fake. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Do we own that? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how we feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we got? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
Would rather be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Did we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make a stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of them that we overcome. Do you know we got overcome? We bow down to none. I want to hail out all my day ones.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks. We strap it up and we
Let's
get
go.
better.
Blue 58. Blue 58. All right now. 1-18. 1-18. Let's go. Blue 95.
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week. Today was a great practice, and this coaching staff is loving it. You guys consistently...
Running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, nothing's gonna break us. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. You know the part of the song everybody sings along. Well, that's us. Listen up, shout it out. I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back. 'Cause the past doesn't last long as we're together. Just keeps getting better. Just keeps getting better. We know we are brighter than all the stars.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you
Right
got
now,
it in you.
Blue 58! Blue 58! Here we go! Blue 58! Here we go! Wide, 18! All right now, wide, 18! Here we go, wide, 18! All right now, blue 58! Blue! Let's go, let's go! Blue 95! Blue 95! Here we go! Blue 95! All right now, blue 95! Get ready, blue 95! Get ready, blue 95! Here we go, wide, 8! Let's go, let's go!
Hey, you know what, men? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited? We're only scratching the surface of
Get
our
ready,
potential.
blue 58!
This team
Blue
has
58!
so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
Here we go, wide, 18! Let's go, blue 58!
going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's already there?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the...
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice move. Oh, one more time.
Won't he just stand still?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. Offense now making their way back out onto the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a cut to the sideline. There he goes left side. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. So out now come the Cardinals. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Jeez. To him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for an Arizona first. So quite the turnaround in this one from a week ago. And in the meetings, I made a faux pas of asking, hey, did he tweak something last week? Because we thought he just didn't look the same, but he's fine.
And I was so glad you asked that question. I mean, you had to take the brunt of the whole thing, and, of course, I sold you out on it. But
took one for the team.
You knew I was there with you, right? It was a legitimate question, though, because last week...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if
now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got room. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with a career-high 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality.
And they'll run it here. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And an alley to run. And, oh, he hurdles him and into space. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here, 2nd and 13.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long. From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And some space here. Past the 20. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 32 yards.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally foiled. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle, except they didn't get it done.
That's 3rd and long, and a big run there. How about that? And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, look at the juke. Room here to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it'll be first down here after the run. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Get ready, team.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. 3rd down now following the run.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 40 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run?
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. Joining only Gale Sayers' his men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. Still on his feet. He finds some open field here. 20. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. Here we go. Mirror.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.
You never had your head this way. Are you still living in the place? They told me you've been doing okay, okay. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts yet entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling, so promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me.
Talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday.
Get ready. Blue 95. All right now. 118. Get ready. Blue 58. Zebra. Zebra. Let's go. Let's go. All right now. 118. 118. All right now. Blue 58. Get ready. Blue. Here we go. Let's go. All right now. All right now. Blue 58. Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58. Let's go. Let's go. Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58. Here we go. Blue 58. Blue. Let's go. Let's go. All right now. Blue. Let's go. Let's go. All right now.
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week. Today was a great practice.
Your parents' basement, yeah, Big Mac. Come